Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Alin Khan. Today's video is a Mutton Dum Biryani Eid Special recipe with Basmati rice. Here I followed a quick method, I would say a shortcut method to make this biryani. Just to save time, I follow these shortcuts and make it delicious. I hope you found this video very helpful. Here I've taken 1 kilo of mutton, which is curry cut, which means they are very small pieces. You can also take biryani cut. Into this I'm going to add 3 green chilies, which I've slit them, few coriander leaves, few mint leaves. I'm also adding 6 medium sized tomatoes, which I've finely chopped them to help me in cooking them faster. Next I'm adding salt. Here I've added 2 teaspoons of salt. You can add according to your taste. For flavors, I'm adding half tablespoon of cumin seeds, 1.5 tablespoon red chili powder, 1 tablespoon coriander powder, half tablespoon garam masala powder, 1 tablespoonful of ready-made biryani masala powder, 125 ml curd, 1 tablespoonful of freshly ground ginger garlic paste. Now I'm going to mix all this together. You can see me squeezing the tomatoes as well. This is because I want the juices of the tomatoes to come out. The tomatoes also mash during this time, and which will help me in cooking them faster, and the juices released will help me in mixing the spices well and coating the meat. Now this is done. You can marinate this for minimum 1 hour or up to 8 hours. I'm going to cook this immediately. Since this is mutton, I'm going to transfer all the meat into the pressure cooker. Rinse the vessel with a little water and add it to the pressure cooker. 1.5 tablespoon of oil. Then close the lid and pressure cook this. I have cooked this only for 3 whistles, which means the meat is 90% cooked. Since today I'm making biryani with basmati rice, here I've taken 4 cups of long grain basmati rice, which is 1 kg in total. I've washed it 4 to 5 times in water, and then I'm going to soak this for minimum 1 hour. You can soak this up to 2 hours. In a vessel, I'm going to heat 200 ml of oil, a teaspoon of ghee, and allow it to turn hot. Next, in the whole spices, I'm adding 2 cinnamon sticks, 3 cloves and 3 pods of cardamom. These are 6 thinly sliced onions, which are medium sized. First, I'm going to add only 3 onions, a pinch of salt, and fry these onions until they turn crisp and deep brown. I would be using these to garnish later. Now you can see the color of the onions has turned a little bit. Fry for a few more minutes and then you would get this color. Once you get this color, remove the onions immediately from the oil, or else they would turn deep black. Spread them on a plate and keep that aside until required. Next, I'm adding the remaining onions. I shouldn't have added the spices earlier, so I've put back the spices which came out while removing the fried onions. Now fry these onions until they change their color to light brown and soft in texture. So this is what I require. I'm not going to over fry them now. This is done. So next, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons full of freshly ground ginger garlic paste. Fry the ginger garlic paste till it cooks well. That means its raw smell should be completely reduced. Do not over fry the ginger garlic paste, then it would taste bitter. How would you know the ginger garlic paste is cooked well is when you see its color change to a little brown. Now this is done. Next, add the cooked mutton pieces from the pressure cooker and then stir fry it for 1 minute. Gently stir fry it as we do not want the meat to separate from the bones. After a minute, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of curd and again cook this for a minute or till you see the curd is cooked well. Adding curd at this stage would give a nice color to this gravy. Now it's done. As you can see, the curd is cooked well. Add the remaining stock from the pressure cooker, few coriander leaves, few mint leaves, handful of fried onions. I'm crushing them and adding it here. Salt to taste, juice of 1 lemon. Lemons are expensive, so I'm adding lemonade here. Now give this a good mix and cook this only until it gets a boil. Once you see it gets a boil, this is done. I'm going to turn off the heat, cover it and keep it aside. Here I've already kept 3 liters of water to boil. When it turns hot, I'm going to add salt to taste. Make sure the water is little salty. Few mint leaves. Then goes in whole spices, 3 pods of cardamom, 1 cinnamon stick, 3 cloves. You can also add cumin seeds, a pinch of it. Then few drops of lemonade or lemon extract, a teaspoon of ghee or oil. Cover it and allow it to get a good boil. Now you can see the water is bubbling well and steaming hot. So carefully add the soaked and drained rice. Once the rice is added to the water, remember to give it a gentle stir to remove if any lumps of rice are formed. Since it's soaked, it shouldn't form any lumps of rice at the bottom of the vessel, but why take a risk? So giving it a gentle stir, let it cook up to 5 to 8 minutes. Now around 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how it would look. The rice would start coming to the surface. The grains would start increasing in size, and that's the reason I have added extra water so that I do not have the rice sticking to each other. It has enough space to fluff up and cook, and also the water not to turn starchy. Around 7 minutes, I'm going to give a check on the rice. The grains are increased in size. The rice is cooked 90%. Doesn't mash when you press. And when you pinch, you find that one grain which would cook later when we are placing the rice on dum. Drain the rice and keep it aside. While the rice is getting drained, let's check on the mutton that we have cooked. This is called akhni, and you can see a lot of oil on the surface of the gravy. I'm going to remove all this oil, and this, if I measure, would be around 200 ml. Keeping that oil aside as we would require it later. Now to add some flavors into a handful of water, I have added a teaspoon of biryani essence and a teaspoon of kevra essence. Mix that well. Add half the quantity into this biryani masala and half the quantity into the oil that was removed a little earlier. Giving that a good mix. Now this is the vessel that I'm going to layer the biryani. It's the same vessel which had cooked the rice earlier. Adding a little oil, a few fried onions, and then transferring all the akhni into this vessel. Rinse a little water not to lose the flavors and add it into this vessel. Now spread the mutton pieces evenly, making sure all the mutton pieces touch the bottom of the vessel. Next, I'm going to top this gravy with all the drained rice. I start by adding it at the corner and then gently spread the rice evenly without pressing it. Adding any weight over this rice by pressing it would make the steam to build in this vessel little longer, which might overcook the rice, turn it sticky, and that is not what we want when we cook biryani. Time to add the colors. I'm using multiple colors here. This is deep red. Then this is orange yellow, and this is lemon yellow. I love the lemon yellow color, so adding a little extra. You can also use green color here. I haven't added it. Then I'm going to add a teaspoon of ghee into this oil. Mix it well and top it over the rice. Start by adding it at the corners and then at the center. To garnish and make this look beautiful, I'm adding few coriander leaves, a little more mint leaves, and this is the stock that I reserved after draining the rice. adding it at separate corners. This will help to build the steam and avoid the biryani from sticking at the bottom of the vessel. This time I'm also garnishing it with little fried onions and then reserving the remaining to garnish while serving the biryani. Now cover the lid. A tip here to build the steam faster and avoid the rice from turning mushy. Over the lid, add little hot water. Here I've added a little stock and mixed it with little more hot water. To lock the steam inside, place a heavy weight. I have kept my mortar and pestle here. You can also add hot water in a big vessel and keep it over the lid. Now place this vessel on the stove on high flame for about 3 minutes, and then remember to lower the flame to the lowest. Cook the biryani on low flame for about 20 minutes and then give a resting time of 10 minutes. After 30 minutes, gently open the lid as there might be steam inside and might hurt your hands. Now you can see the biryani is cooked well. The rice already looks separate. Let me show you. See how each grain of this rice is separate, not sticking to each other. And let me show how the masala looks. See how the biryani looks here. I don't know for what reason the red color has not spread well. But yeah, next time I'm going to add a little more and then see how each piece of the mutton is so juicy. And believe me or not, there was not even one grain or masala that was stuck or burnt at the bottom of this vessel. So let me show you how to serve this biryani. I start serving it with little rice which is full of masala. Then the next serving with less masala. And the next serving again repeating it with the masala, and maybe if there is a little white rice then I would top it over this. I usually serve the mutton pieces on the top of the rice, but you can serve it here by layering it with rice, mutton pieces, then rice and mutton pieces. This biryani already looks so delicious and mouth-watering. To add more beauty to this biryani, I'm going to garnish it with few mint leaves and the fried onions that I had reserved. So this is my recipe of making mutton biryani with basmati rice. I usually follow these tips and tricks while it's on a Eid day or on a Dawat day. As you know, there would be a lot of other dishes to prepare. Just to save time, I follow these shortcuts and make it delicious. I hope you found this video very helpful. Do give this recipe a try. Let me know your valuable feedback in the comment section below. Do share this with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.